Hi folks, I just want to show you how to make a stencil. In case you fancy making a stencil like the one I showed you in my garden, perhaps you want to make a statement about how grateful you are to the NHS, or perhaps some other key workers, or maybe you just want to make a picture, maybe you want to make a card for somebody. So the very first thing you need to do is select the image that you want to work from. I like to use photographs. So for the NHS one, this is the one I chose. And then also today, for me, I want to make a stencil for the people who deliver a vegetable box to me every week called Riverford. So I'm going to kind of talk you through how I've done that one so that you can see how you can do one. So now you've chosen your image, the next thing you want to do is edit it so that it is monochrome, so that it is just black and white, only two colours in there, so that you can easily see the light parts and the dark parts. We need to cut away the dark parts so that we can put our colour through the gaps in where the dark parts were. And we're going to leave the white parts. That will be our frame of our stencil. But in order to help you see those parts better, you need to edit your photograph and make it monochrome, make it black and white. And if you have access to maybe a website like PicMonkey, which is a free editing website, or you can pay a subscription to get more tools to use. But my favourite tools on there that I always use are, first of all, black and white. Then I go to something called HDR, which delineates your picture more, makes the lines harder and easier to see. And then I go on to something called Posterize, which, and you can select how many colours you want on there. I just narrow it right down to 2, slide the bar right down to 2, so that it is only black and white and no other colours in there. And this will show you clearly your shadows and your highlights, because it is your shadows that will show the form of the thing that you are trying to make into a stencil. So now we come on to the dangerous part, and that is when we are using craft knives to cut out the dark shadows. So now that you've cut away all the dark parts of your stencil, you can lay the white part down on your surface to mask those white areas that you want to keep white. Then you can either use spray paint, or you can sponge through your stencil with acrylic paint or whichever paint you choose to use. Just don't overload the paint, because if it slides underneath your stencil, then it will make a blurred sort of image and it will obscure those lovely lines that you've cut.